So this morning, Quanell, I talked to this Richard Spencer idiot, who, of course, is a Nazi. He's just kind of looking a little different these days. And we had the argument. I asked him why it is that he thinks white people are being so suppressed, and he got into my face suggesting that I'm stupid and I don't quite understand. You know, what's interesting is that he's going to speak at Texas A&M, and as an American, you're allowed to say what you want to say. But what he's not planning for, because he's only 38 years old and doesn't really understand how this world operates, is that there will be a response from people. There will be people that will be protesting on his way in and certainly protesting on his way out. Now, I don't understand if that is something that he enjoys seeing, that he wants to upset people as much as he possibly can. But again, you got to understand this is 2016 going on 2017 and not back in 1956. And these are the years that he was quoting back when he felt that white people and black people were taking abuse.
You know, Matt, I want to give some counsel to those Texas A&M students who are upset and angry about him coming to speak. We all have a constitutional right to freedom of speech, but also there's consequences and responsibility for what comes out of your mouth. So we should respond in a very strategic, effective way. But I want those students to understand he is not the real threat. Look at the man who gave him the platform. Look at the man who put him out there for the world to know.
But you did this once for black
But wait
America.
a minute.
You did this
But wait
once.
a minute. I don't work for the White House like Donald Trump's new man, Steve Bannon, does. Steve Bannon is the one that gave Spencer the platform. Steve Bannon is the one that put Spencer in the alt-right movement before the whole world. So I would say to those students, Steve Bannon, the real Klansman, is in the White House next to Trump as his chief advisor. That man, Mr. Spencer, is a distraction. The real devil is in the White House next to Trump.
This guy's doing the exact same thing that you were able to do because it's America. You were able to go, and I even asked him about that. I said, did you hear about Quanell X? Did you hear about the people that were coming out against him? And he said, no, I never heard anything about that, which I didn't believe either. You know what? You're allowed to say whatever you want, but it's the recourse from people. What happens?
When I say that black people are oppressed, that's a factual matter. When I say that black people have been suppressed in this nation, that's documented facts. He has no documentation anywhere to show for a fact that white men have been oppressed, white men have been suppressed, and they've never been the victims of racial oppression in America.
Quanell,
so his argument is frivolous
He'll
without
come up
fact.
with the same exaggerations that you will often come up with when it suits you. It's all a matter of what suits your business.
Matt, slavery was not an exaggeration, Matt. Segregation, Jim Crow legislation, voter oppression is not exaggeration.
In the past.
That's a fact what has happened to black people.
We need to talk about today.
Black people votes are still being suppressed today, and we're being undereducated today on purpose of the political process. But Spencer, don't worry about him. Look at the man who promoted him that's in the White House next to Donald Trump.